Hello everybody. This is the new module. It's going to cover weeks 12, 13, and 14 because all of them are like a unit which will cover argumentation. So first of all, you know there's no checklist, so you're probably here at week 12, and then I'm going to go a new video for week 13 and a new video for week 14. And remember, your dates may be up to date in the module. However, if I reuse this video, the dates may be wrong, but always go with the dates that are inside the module, not the dates that I talk about in the video itself. So, first of all, for week 12, you're going to have to create an annotated bibliography, and this will be due at the end of week 12. What's an annotated bibliography? Well, your bibliography, I can't talk much. Bibliography. So what you do is click on here, and then here, this teacher put together a really nice document about what is a annotated bibliography. I thought she did a really good job. Let me scroll down here. So everything's here. I wanted to point out too, here when you're doing your annotated bibliography, you'll know what it looks like better in a minute when I show you an actual example. But here, look at MLA 7th edition. Some students are still putting print. There's no print in the 8th edition. Notice that it's last name, first name, the title of the article. In this case, it's an article. It's not a book. I can tell because if it were a book, it'd be in italics. Psychology Today is the magazine it's coming from. Remember, the larger the container or the holder, it's usually going to be in italics. So this is a magazine, italics. What's coming out of this? An article. If this were a book, what's coming out of this? Maybe a chapter. If this were a record or a CD, a record, well, I just dated myself. If this were a Rihanna CD, we would put Rihanna, blah, 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 whatever the title of her CD is. And then here, in quotes, because it's the song title smaller. It came from a larger container, which was the CD. PP means pages, it's plural, and you list all of the pages of the article. Not just the ones you used, all of them. Okay, and then here shows you how to do a summary. Okay, and then here, if you need a quick, I like this here where they do CSE, cite, summarize, evaluate. So you cite it, you summarize what the article's about, and then you evaluate it. Did you find it credible? Did you find the author to be trustworthy, credible, ethos? Or maybe it's too old, maybe it's from 1999, it's too old, or maybe it's from... Usually, we like to look at 5 years to be more credible, to be more current. So, alright. And then here, the examples of an MLA annotated bibliography. Let's click on here. And it's not found. I'm going to have to update that. Shoot. Alright, here's some videos that you can watch from her. Alright, let me go to the next page. Excuse me. I'm going to go to the sample of an annotated bibliography first before I jump into the databases. So here's, I think this is the one I created. Yes. As soon as it opens, sorry about my computer being so slow. Let me move this over so you guys can see it better. Okay, so here's what an annotated bibliography would look like. First of all, you know the MLA heading, topic and working thesis. This is what you're going to put in yours. Topic, what are some lightning safety tips? Okay, and then for you guys it would be who can break the vicious cycle they are in and stay out of that vicious cycle. Excuse me, if you haven't read the prompt, you're going to take the 3 people from the Mary J. Blige video and you have to decide which one is more apt to break out of the cycle and stay out of it. For instance, if you think it's Joyce, who's the black woman who's being abused, she would be your pro. And then who do you think some other people would choose? Maybe they use Pelon or they might use Paul. That would be your con. So you're going to support that. Okay? So when you're looking up information for the annotated bibliography, you may want to look, since I'm using Joyce and Paul, you may want to look at information on wife abuse, success rates, help for black women who are in wife abuse. Because, you know, sometimes maybe white women may get treated better than black people, unfortunately. It still happens. And then look at drug addiction. What is the success rate for that? So here's your first example, annotated bibliography. Cooper, Marianne, what's the name of it? This must be a book or it's something online. It is. It's online. And then here, for me, they put this here, access date needed for the URLs. If you're putting a URL, put accessed date. Okay? And then, so you're going to summarize the book. What is it about? Summarize here. And then you're going to say, for instance, so remember the CSE, cite, which you did. Cite. Don't worry about a hanging indent for the annotated bibliography. So the S is to summarize. Summarize, this is an educational site with blah, 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 blah. And then E is to evaluate the source. So for my class, give only 1 or 2 sentences. So you might want to say, this person is a doctor and he's from the University of Illinois, Chicago, so I found him very credible, or there were some errors. If I'm reading an article and there are grammar errors, I won't use it. If they're making errors in their article, that just, they lose their ethos or credibility with me. So just write something like that. You can also write for the evaluation how you're going to use this information in your paper if you want to. That's fine. I just want you to cite it, summarize the article, and then E, evaluate or tell me how you're going to use it. These don't need to be long, but give yourself enough information that when you're looking at your annotated bibliography, when you're starting to write your paper, you have a clear sense of what, oh, you know what, this article was about this, and yes, I did want to use this. I wanted to scroll to the bottom. Okay, yeah, so here again, Mullen, Leslie, accessed on date needed. Okay, because it's a URL, and that's for any works cited. This is how it should be done for my class. Thanks. All right, so that's the example. This is what yours will look like. And I haven't gone over the prompt, but you will need 15 of these. And out of the 15 sources that you use, 10 of those will be used in your actual paper. Okay, I'm going to pause here and I'm going to jump over to another screen. So the next part is, what are databases? Databases are essentially a collection of articles. So if you went to EBSCO, which is a database, you could type in any topic and then it would give you everything you need, or everything that it has on file that could help you with your paper. Articles. When you use your databases, I suggest that you click, there will be a box that says full text only. If you click on the full text only box, you will get the whole article. If you don't, they'll give you anything that they have on that topic. But when I search, I want full text only. I just want to read the article and move on. I don't want to have to look for it in other places. I don't want to have to borrow it from another library. So let's go here, and I should have done this first. So this annotated bibliography is due at the end of this week, May 16th, Sunday. And here you can look at that article, which I've already put up there. The requirements I've said are, you have to use 15 sources. 10 of them from the 15 that you use in the annotated bibliography will come, you will use them in your essay. All right. And again, this is due May 16th. Okay. And then you will put this in the discussion board so other students can look at it. Maybe they will like your, maybe one of the sources they will like. All right. I was going to say something. Oh, and if you're working in a group, just put all the group members' names across the top in the heading, the MLA heading. Okay, everybody, so this is the annotated bibliography. It is due Sunday. You must have at least 15 resources, and they should come from databases, not all from the internet. Also, use the CSE. You want to cite, summarize, and E, evaluate. Evaluate you can do for 2 reasons. One, do you think it's effective? Or you can tell me how you will use it in your essay. Maybe I will use this as evidence for Joyce. I will use this evidence for Paul because blah blah blah. All right, thanks everybody. I misspoke too, guys. I'm so sorry about this. It's so early. So this isn't in the discussion board. You're going to submit it up here. So no one will see it. I will see it. So make sure all of your members, your team members' names are on it so everybody gets credit. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Bye.